Just waiting for the Facebook stream to pick up speed. Might be a little bit off on on microphone. Might be a little bit low. See if that's better. Not really. Might need to go in and boost that a bit more. Like that. Yeah, that's much better. Let's go somewhere. Listen, I'm a little bit ahead this time. Already picked up the trailer. It's there on the right. It's out there, right there. I'm at somewhere. Actually, might want to put on the parking brakes. I'm at somewhere to the south, in the southern part of Iceland. So that microphone might be just a little bit too much. I have to change that. I can pick that up. There we go. That about now. That's a little bit better. So let's start this up. Need to connect. I need to connect the chat here. 2 seconds. I already hear someone. Someone might be trying to pick that up on Facebook right now, and the restream chat is just doesn't always want to play. Doesn't exist or not enough permissions to open it. Well, it's my stream, so you what the? Anyway, let's try and see if I can't have the if it doesn't come through. I'll try and have the Facebook stream open here on my 4th screen. So. And then of course Euro Truck Simulator crashes. I'll just restart that. That's what happens when you tap out too often. A lot of pictures that I've been taking. I've been to some really, really wonderful places. Let's not tap in and out of that game too much from now on. Hey. I think it's as far as I can remember, it's some beef, I think, that we're taking from Iceland. It was actually from somewhere in the northern part of Iceland, but I'm not really a big fan of pronouncing the name of the towns in Iceland. Except Reykjavik. I can do that one. The other ones are just... if I say silly now, some people might get angry, but I can't say those names. No way. Yeah, I've got a lot of mods, so sometimes it takes a while to load this. It's also the entire reason I can do the tandem trucks. And now that they incorporated the real tandem or module trains with more than one articulation, they can actually do this front roller articulation onto the tandem truck properly. So now you can actually, it works perfectly as it should in real life. It's just very long. It's 24 meters of road train. And doing roundabouts with a 24-meter road train, I tell you, man, sometimes don't get into too small towns with this, because it'll destroy the roads completely and utterly. Loading screens, aren't they always funny? And I've had some trust me go through this also, why this is looking so weird and kind of put off and stuff like that. I had some problems with my wheel. Turns out it was the power cable pins inside the power supply had a lot of well, it sort of makes a small spark in there, and it's been sitting loose, and it's been creating this spark, so there was all these kind of deposits on the pins, and at some point it just couldn't bring up the connection anymore. But sometimes there was connection, sometimes there wasn't. So it was enough that the wheel would run for an undefined period of time, and then suddenly it just collapsed and wouldn't run properly anymore. There we go. Anyway, figured it out, moved the power supply up here by my trusty old G25 shifter. So I can now keep an eye on the little blue LED here, so I can see when the power's on and when the power's off. Now actually this I can see was, I just left the trailer here when it's saved. And we need to go over to, it should be parked. The trailer should be parked right there now. Yeah, it is. And we need to go over to the hotel and take a quick sleep. Nobody coming from over there. You can tell I got a little bit of a sound out of this truck too. Oh, we gotta make that. Oh, sorry about that road sign. I gotta get used to. I made the wheel turn 1,080 degrees now, so it's at its absolute maximum turning circle now. That means I can't do those quick turns anymore. I have to be a little bit more patient. Engine off. Neutral, parking brake, and then sleep. Engine back on. Parking brake off. Into reverse. Mind the bus is back there. Garden and everything. I need a knob here on the steering wheel. Look at that road sign still lying there flipping about. We need to go over and pick up the trailer. So right turn, and then immediately after that left turn. I got it set up with the split gearbox right now, so that normal gears is all the uneven gears, and then I can push the button and then I get to all the even gears. So like putting it in one position is switching between 4th and 5th, and then switching to the next gear is 7th and 8th. But when you're not under load, it's actually pretty okay just to run all the uneven gears. But with this load, it's actually extremely heavy. You do sometimes need the even gears. Let's lock that up and then continue on our journey. Full tank of diesel. All the dust this is kicking up. Full tank of diesel. Destination Finland. Here we go. Need to use a lot of road here when we're coming up. Perhaps not as much as I did there, but better safe than sorry. This is sort of the boring part where you let us start chatting to me if we find some subject to chat on, because otherwise this is just going to be a very long trip through some hopefully very nice scenery. The truck is a Scania R32, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's an R32, and I've got, I think it's 470 horsepower, which is pretty good, but not nearly enough always. Like here, losing revs, so let's go down to 7th. There's a pull nearly any load up any gradient in about 4th gear. I think is the lowest I've had to go, but then here in Iceland sometimes it gets like snowy sort of blizzard conditions, and it's impossible to pull anything anywhere. That always creates problems. Back onto cruise control. Coming up here, but no traffic coming the other way, so and look at the scenery here. I mean, can they make computer games beautiful? Yeah, they definitely can. This to me is such a big part of you know, it's fun driving, but the point of driving is actually getting around to see sort of these insanely beautiful sceneries. Stop here because I think this. Oh, sorry, running high beam lights here in the middle of the day. That's actually not very nicely done. Now you need to be able to see my screen at the bottom of the stream, and as far as I can see right now, it's just completely black. Does this, when the triple screen setup, emulate what it looks like to be a truck driver? Pretty much, I think. I really feel like you're in a big, heavy machine on the roads with, like, in the front of you, you got all this amazing visibility, and you can kind of see out over other cars, and you're just, everything that's coming from in front of you. You're just 50 speed limit here. You're just so much more able to pick that up, but anything happening beside you or behind you is just well, behind, I got all these mirrors that I can definitely see what's going on behind, but beside the driver's cab here, that's the horrible part. On my right side here, I have just a huge blind spot that I can't see anything of what's going on. Some sort of tourist attraction here on the left. It's a glacier, I think, of some sort. to a stop here. And then try and fix this viewing problem that makes you guys unable to see what's going on. I'll try and fix that. Tab out. And let's hope we're lucky. There you go. Much better. Definitely huge big glacier. Let's do a picture here. So we can walk around here. Get a little bit higher up here and have a nice picture here with a look at the traffic jam I've already caused. Sorry about that, guys. I was just taking a picture. Focusing depth all the way back. Blur strength, maybe not that much. Maybe a lot of depth to it. Maybe not even that much. Maybe something like that. It's good. Nice little picture there. With the traffic jam and everything. Back to the cab. Let's get out of here. Did I get the parking brake off? Oh, there we go. Sorry about the traffic jam, guys. I just had to stop and look at that. Also, of course, in that picture you could really see the 24-meter road train in all its glory. So that's a front-end tandem truck with a regular for like a 15-meter standard truck and trailer that we got behind. it's getting, all of a sudden all the vegetation has gone away. It's only just rocks and dirt around here now. I promise you that before we get off Iceland here, you're gonna see me go through some pretty gnarly road conditions and something that road-wise is just much more extreme than what we're seeing here right now. Actually, I feel a bit like I'm driving in some sort of coal mine or something right now. Also going way, way, way too fast. Gotta be careful about that. You know, it's in Iceland, in the middle of nowhere, but you never know where the cops have set up their little speed traps. See here on the GPS here, we're coming up to a section here that has a little bit more turns in it. Not that bad though yet. I promise you it's gonna get way worse than this. But look at the scenery. Wow. Now it's a dirt road. There's an 80 km/h speed limit here. Look at all the bumping. Let's not go 80 km/h here, please. For the sake of God, this is already a bit too much, I think. I think this is one of the places that kind of gets flooded and kind of ruins the road every year, because maybe in the winter times the glaciers come down through the valley. Okay, it's a 40 km/h speed limit now. Well, this is a little bit of the gnarly road conditions that I talked about, but just a little bit of it. Let's see if traffic's coming the other way. Nope, we're clear. There's some proper tarmac here on the other side. There's 60 km/h speed limit, so 45 tons, perhaps more for the truck itself. So we are somewhere around 45 tons, all in all. See what was up the valley there, but it's only just water. Mindful that when I go around here, because all of a sudden oncoming traffic appears, and if I drive all the way out to the white line, and okay, we're gonna have to check the map now because a sleeping option's coming up here, and when you're out here in the middle of nowhere, you gotta keep track of your sleeping options, because if you don't get in there and sleep, you get fined like very, very heavily. So yep, this is where we are. I came from up here, Organes or something, Arcanes, somewhere here north of Reykjavik. Drove all the way down here. This is where we had our little sleep. Over where we started, this is where I started the stream. And we're out here now, and we need to go up, and this is where it gets really gnarly from from about here. And then all the way up across here up to the T section up here. This is gonna be in full snow. I know this because up around this area it's fully snow. So yeah, sleeping options from here. Or they can go all the way up to here instead. I think that's going to be a pretty good option. Fuel-wise, I think we're good. I would say we can... Yeah, I'm saying we can continue. But, on second thoughts, you know what, let's not do anything. And let this be decided by how much room we got in here. We got next to no room in there. So we gotta swing this whole thing. Turn this out here. And then if I can, I'll try and go as straight with you as I can. Then we can perhaps back out onto the road, because I can see it doesn't matter where I park in here, so let's not care too much about that. Let's just go as far in here as we can and then enjoy the view of the Atlantic Ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean for you, right there. Parking brake on neutral. Turn off the truck and let's get some rest. Well, I thought as much. It could start raining. So now it started raining and I can't see I really can't even see the rear end of this truck right now. And we need to initiate a turn here without hitting that black BMW. Disconnection. We need the trailer to start turning without me hitting that black BMW. So it's really close now. I think we're by it right now. So we can start turning over here. Yes. And I think we're pretty close to backing that trailer into the ditch out there. So that's too much. Somewhere like that might be better. Another car here on the other side that I need to take care of. Not straight right there. And we got the trailer turning now. Definitely. Perhaps a little bit more than it should be. We want it to turn that way, nope. We want the trailer to turn. The other way, so we need to come around here. That's a little bit much. And then I need to turn the other way fully on the steering wheel. We got a little bit of sidewalk there to work with, so oh, other way. You need to think it like in reverse from driving with a regular trailer to kind of control the front wheels. Oh. We're over the limit here. Gotta use a little bit more clutch. Bring that back in. And then of course it's in the mirrors, so of course we have to reverse it the other way. Oh god, well we're in the best position to do that right now. Someone may have pointed that out in the comments already. And we need those people to stop driving by, because that is just going to cause massive problems. Well, they will. We'll just need to reverse out really, really slowly. Now we're at a point where I can almost not even see the trailer in the rear view mirrors. Gotta make a small correction here. Look, Mr. Boss, if you don't want a 24-meter long road train in your face, you better stop right there. And he did. There we go. Nice, really good. Reversing course right there. Wipers. Wipers. start to see some snow lying on the mountains up here. As we are moving northeast. Wow, here's a place to kill yourself if you get too fast out over here. And there really are a lot of glorious places to kill yourself here. Now, the snow is starting on the side of the road here. When this starts to go up, don't hesitate in changing your gears down and do some high revs. I've made a fool out of myself by hesitating to change a couple of times before, and I end up completely losing momentum and getting stuck because you can't, when you're, you know, getting 40 tons to move up a 8, 9, 10, 12% incline, it's just not going to happen. I've been in situations where I had to raise the trailing boogie just to get traction enough on the pulling wheels of this thing to even just keep it moving. Otherwise it would just slowly grind to a halt and I would be stuck on my way up the mountain. Weather conditions are deteriorating quickly now. Very long trailer around the insides of these corners. Look at that scenery. Well. If you're guessing this might be Iceland, you're totally right. This is Iceland. Coming up to turns here, because now the truck might actually jackknife. And I gotta be careful what I do with the brake also, so no sudden changes in speed. Wanted to use some engine brake or retarder right there, but the hills are just pretty short, so isn't really, barely even to put it on, and you need to turn it back off again. properly here. But it's still raining, and I think the temperature is somewhere around 4 degrees Celsius. 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. So it's some pretty wet and heavy snow. Comes the part that I think get to be the tricky part. Icelandic Highway 92. Perhaps someone watching the stream who's actually been here might know what's going to happen now, because most of this is made up like semi after this town's places look in real life. I mean, I've been to Finland and driven over the Little Belt and Great Belt bridges several times, and I definitely recognize that. So I'm guessing that people coming from other parts of Europe or Iceland or wherever I drive this truck might actually recognize their maybe hometown or area. Not raining anymore, so let's stop it with the wipers. We are coming up on the last bit of the road here on Iceland. Here I've actually been before, and I don't remember it being that dangerous. Used all the room there was, but still that wasn't really. Are you gonna walk over or are you gonna stay there? Gonna wave at me. There he is. Give you a bit of the old honk in the horn. Actually 1 degree Celsius right now, and we are coming up on some gnarly hills right now. Stopping right now. bad. Oh. Do I have the diff lock on now? Yeah. Okay. So, parking brake on. First gear. Rev it up. On the clutch. Nope. We're stuck. And there's traffic behind us. So, can't really... Yeah, they're pretty angry right now. There's a car actually parked right behind me. And I can't do very much about that. See, that was just a complete loss of momentum. See, that's what really happens when you get it wrong. And also, do I have that? No, I have it up now. Perhaps lean on his car, maybe? See it trying, but it just won't move forward any bit. It's just completely stuck. You can see it trying to pull forward. I'm just playing with it on the clutch here. What we need to do is call services and get a tow out of here, because this is definitely not gonna work. I don't even know where we can tow to right now, but press here, call for help, enter. Assistance, transport your to Reyðarfjörður. We need to check where that is. Check on the map where we're going to. Reyðarfjörður. So that's back to here, and then we can try and do it again. Well, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to give it up and go back, and then try and do it one more time. And then try and be maybe like be in third when we start going up the hill. So that was 500 euros out of the window. Right there. And now we might start somewhere where there's not room for the trailer, but it doesn't look like it. Actually, it looks like we're somewhere we can make it out of. And now we're running with get back up on that horse and try that one more time. Because like I said, you could get into some really gnarly places, and if you're not set up properly before you start going up that hill, it's just gonna catch you out, and you're just, well, you're never gonna make it. here before we get out of here. Oh, car coming out. Well, you're just gonna have to wait, buddy. Now we gotta decide. Let's hit the road sign. Nope. Clear. And way out beyond. And there goes the road sign by the rear wheels of the truck. But, well, it was close. So, it cost us a road sign today, too. Well, what a bad day. Not the best of days in my trucking career. Let's hope we can get some momentum and get up the hill this time. Why don't you just put it in first gear and then crawl up the hill? Well, it's not just about crawling, it's also about momentum. So if you don't have the speed and keep the speed, you can't really get up there. Let's make sure we got it this time. And that guy wasn't going anywhere before, and he's still standing there, so let's make sure before we start up the hill that we got it this time. So, should be the diff lock on and racing the rear bogey. So now we got maximum weight on and we're good to go. completely missed it again. Now we're making a wheel spin in third. And it's gonna get steeper than this. And suddenly it grabs. Up to 18, stay on the outside where the slope is less steep. Jumping and twisting because the differential lock is making the whole chassis and stuff jump and twitch. The truck is now trying to overtake me on the inside while I'm climbing this. Now this is insane. And I'm just out here in the out lane because it's less steep out here. Ah, we got it. Made it! Oh, that was a bit of a challenge. Oh my god. And there might even be more of these before. But now we know third gear, and then just make the truck pull us out of there is really the way to go. We want to roll this on the engine brakes like fifth gear down here. Watch out the rear end of the long trailer doesn't fall down. Well, the speed limit here is 60. Anyone doing 60 down here in the truck's just mental. So let's not pull anything bigger than that unless we get maybe get a truck with two pulling rear axles. It's me coming off the diff lock. That anymore? Button is that? Is that one? Yeah. Nice that I don't even remember the buttons properly. I was set up for disaster on that hill then. Well, 2 tries, made it the second time. But it was so close to going wrong again. That almost ended in disaster twice. Now we just need to go down to this Icelandic town here, get to the ferry, and then move out of here to, I think, Norway. Then we need to cross most of Norway. And I don't know if that can be as bad as this, but it might be. But as far as I can remember, they've got a lot of tunnels in Norway. Instead of just going up and over the mountain, they sort of tunnel through it instead. That makes the gradients a lot more manageable. Don't know if I would say this is manageable. definitely need to know what you're doing to cross that hill. And they think a 24-meter truck is going to fit in there. Now, is this even fitting in here? Just about. Just about. It usually it's tooting his horns. I think that means we're about to go, so I want to go to Tórshavn. No? Because then I'd have to go from Tórshavn to somewhere else. Yeah, we want to go to Tórshavn and then take another ferry from there. Yes. From the ferry islands there, we need to take another ferry to somewhere in Norway. Right, so I can already take it from here to Bergen. Yes, that's where we need to go. Bergen, Norway. In case you're wondering, the mod I'm using for all the maps and all the stuff is Pro Mods. We're low on air. It's the morning. Oh, it went off now. There's air pressure for brakes. Rainy in Norway. Hey. Just came off the ferry. Look, there's trees! Haven't seen that for a long time. There was not a single tree at all on Iceland, so that's a major change in the scenery. Might also be why the views on Iceland are so spectacular, because there's never any trees blocking the way. There's no forest blocking the way. It's just pure conscious of the landscape. I don't think now is a good time. We're all loaded up and places we gotta be. pretty sure there's not any oncoming traffic, aren't you? Fucking idiot. So not only was he trying to overtake me, he tried to overtake about 3 cars that are behind me right now. He's still in the overtaking lane. And there he went into his place. Well, remind me not to take a bus in Norway, because Norwegian bus drivers. Oh, this would have actually been very pretty coming up here in the daytime, but now it's just way too flat to be funny. But well, speed camera does not go above 70. Like I said, for me, the point of this is going through the scenery and looking at some pretty places. And right now, there's just 0 pretty places to look at. So this will be boring even for me, and it's not actually feeling very entertaining at the moment. So let's hope the rating stops and we've got to go in. Highways in Norway are paid. I think they're still owned by the state, but you gotta pay to drive on them. I don't think there's like privately owned roads. So let's take a picture of our number plate. That goes the money from our bank account. So we're going to stop. 60 speed limit coming up there. And I do actually think that this is the tunnel where we have the roundabout inside the tunnel. Yep. Now this is something. If anybody's been here in real life and seen this thing, I would really like to know, because a roundabout inside a tunnel, that's not normal. Again, pretty much used to these long 24-meter trucks coming through. So no problem at all taking this through that roundabout. That's insane. This would have been somewhere nice. If you could see anything. I bet this would have been nice. Can't see a damn thing right now. I don't even know how far this goes down. This could be like 400 meters deep. Photo up. Let's take a picture. My driving time says okay, as long as the little icon is still gray, I can drive for as long as I want. We have had 2 naps though, and when I get onto the ferries and stuff like that, it counts as a nap also. So photo up. The photo opportunities are amazing in this game. Yes. Is me on the very big drawbridge. Let's do it from about here, and I need to adjust the blur. The background should be a bit blurred, yeah, something like that. Very nice picture. So that sometime into the game development, they obviously realized that a lot of people were actually playing the game to just see these magnificent landscapes and the scenery, and then they included that photo thing into the game. We got Sebastian watching from Romania on YouTube right now. So hello, Sebastian. I think most people watching right now are actually on Facebook. Another roundabout inside a mountain. If that's not spectacular, I do not know what is. This time I think we're going down and reversing back down under the bridge that we just went across. Kilometers. About half of that is on board a ferry from somewhere in Sweden. and then across to Finland. Or it's a little less than half of that, I think. Keeping it steady on the engine brake here. Coming downhill again. You'd think the worst mountains was in Norway, but like I said when we were in Iceland, there's a lot of tunnels here that makes this not as bad as you would actually think. The road works coming up here and suddenly it turns red, and can we make this stop? Yes. Good brakes on this thing. I just want to check out, we can disconnect from that and connect again. Nope, the chat just does not want to. Sebastian, it's what we started to roll when. Ah. Well, now that we roll, we might as well go. Started to roll when I was out of the game, because when I go out of the game loses control, so it doesn't matter if I sit on the brake. Only way to stop that is being on the parking brake, but I forgot to do that because I was sitting with my foot on the brake. I thought that was enough, but it really wasn't. So my name is Peter. That was an answer to Sebastian on the YouTube stream. Euro Truck Simulator 2 with Pro mods and some other mods. If anyone is interested in what the game is. Now here's a bit of a curly knot thing that we're going through here. Before we do that, we need to refuel and make a short stop for sleeping. So, and I can't go in that way because that's illegal to do. So we need to go all the way around over here, and then we need to turn across. You can see how this is pretty hairy with a big trailer like this, but I just need to make the turn as big as I can. And we made that no problem. We just need to stop here and refuel. Let's start the truck up again. Parking brake off. Let's move. We now need to move over here to the sleeping area. See if this will let me. Don't want to go down. Now if it doesn't want to let me sleep now, trick is to uncouple the trailer, then turn the engine off, press enter, and then it lets me sleep anyway. No, I'm not from London, I'm from Denmark. Little town on Funen called Street, near, I think it's, well, it's near Middelfart, and that's in, like, Odense or something, if you heard about that. Then we got the nice weather, nice time of day, everything, and we are prepped and ready to go here. Let's hope nobody's coming here. I honestly can't see shit around this corner. Cars coming from the other way. Now we need to just go. Make this turn as big as possible. There we go. Ah, my wheel is coming loose now. Need to tighten that up a bit. Sorry, I had this piece of wood under here that was supposed to like take care of the kind of the tilt of the wheel, and that thing has come out completely. That would have been a good thing to notice before we left the truck stop. Now it's tightened down pretty good again. Well, it's gonna make it for some time now. So, got a lot of diesel on the truck. And we're ready to go. Turn off the wipers. You know what? We're actually not completely ready to go because I need to move the mouse over here and go back and watch. Facebook chat before we crash. No, it's a Thrustmaster T500 RS wheel, Sebastian, and my old G25 is hooked up too, so I got the G25 shifter. But the wheel here, and the reason for all the coverings here that they are off is because I had some technical issues with well, the wheel could sort of handle it for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then it just turned off and it disappeared, like you had uncoupled the cable or something, and I thought there was something wrong inside the wheel. I found some small transistors that were burned out. Turns out those are only for handling electrical interference. So they didn't really matter at all, and in the end turns out that it was the power supply, and it was some sort of charring or something on some small pins where the power cord leads into the power supply, and because of that charring or residue, like some dark cold thing, well, that made it connect and disconnect like very fast. I tried with a voltmeter on it and measured the output, which should be 24 volts, and it ranged all the way from 5 to back to 24 to 18 to, yeah, it just went around all over the place. And you couldn't hear anything, and you couldn't really see anything except the little blue LED on the thing here turned dim. So now I've got it here up besides the shifter so I can watch it. Obviously cleaned it out, so I made it work again. But I kept all the cowling and covering here, kept all of that off, and I think I'm going to keep it that way because it's just a lot less bulky now than it was when it was all covered up. So now we're up the mountain, and when we get around this turn, we could actually maybe see down and see the place where we at the truck stop where we stopped just a moment ago. Should actually be somewhere right out here, down, besides the road here. Yeah, there we go, over there. That's the truck stop where we did our refueling. Asking on Facebook what it takes to reuse the shifter from the G25. Well, I've got the G25 wheel hooked up. It's hidden around behind here somewhere, so I got all of it hooked up, but I'm just not using it. You can go onto somewhere, buy those little kind of a little adapter that turns it into a USB unit. So you got it as a standard USB unit. You just hook it up. Hey Sebastian, thanks for the subscription and the like, buddy. I used to have some kind of graphics that went in, checked out something, so you could have a little jingle and stuff that was playing for you when you subscribe, but it's not running on this stream, so you're gonna have to live without that. I don't even know on the map if we're going all the way down to Oslo, but we might be. Bit of a gear mess up right there. Another 100 kilometers at least since we came out of Bergen. Maybe I should check out a map now to see where we're actually at. The roads are pretty straight and it's become pretty nice. Now look at this, if this was Iceland and there were no trees, look at how far you could see all the landscape that you could see around here, but right now it's actually just trees. Of course it looks nice, but I can see why the views in Iceland are so scenic and big. There's not any trees to kind of block the view. Oh, don't speed in Norway. Cruise control. Turns coming up. That was a lot sharper in real life than it looked on the GPS, and there's a couple of hairpin turns coming up around right ahead here. Minus 24,000 euros. Well, if I get through this on time, this is almost 90,000 euros for transporting this. Of course, the trip was also something like 3,600 kilometers. But most of that was actually the long ferry trips. Yeah, well, now they updated the engine on both Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator, so they are actually pretty much the same. So it's Sebastian that's asking or commenting about if I do any American Truck Simulator, and I don't. I would like to, but haven't really gotten around to buying the game. I know it might be on Steam Winter Sales coming up here between Christmas and New Year's Eve, so I might look into it by then. But in general, I I nearly as never buy any games when they're not on like massive sales, like at least 50% off. It has to be something I really could see myself putting a lot of hours into before I buy it on full price. Dam coming up? No, it doesn't look like it. I know there's a water power plant dam here somewhere in Norway that you get to drive across kind of the dam. And I was just recognizing the curve here, and I thought that this might be it. But it clearly isn't. Tunnel up there on the left. Just saw a truck a couple of moments ago. Then that's a train coming through up there. So that was a train that was going through. Nice. So we're coming down along either a narrow fjord or maybe it's actually a small river. Might not be a ford right now. Oh, tight turn. That had the truck become a little bit unstable. That was actually quite nervous right there. But on there you see, that's actually very much as fast as it can possibly take a corner without jackknifing and killing me. So maybe I should try and pay attention to the GPS a little bit more, so I don't end up killing myself or hurdling 21 tons of beef down the side of a Norwegian mountain. Echo in here. The sound changed. Can't roll down the windows. It's not the same as in a car when you're going through. A tunnel. Nope. This might be a nice place. Oslo coming up ahead. I can see buildings right there. So some people asked about the driving time. You can see the icon right down here. The little guy is a guy on a bed. And the blue level is what I've used up. The grey is what I've got left. So that's kind of a little neater to see how much time do I have before I need to take a break again and rest. And it's about, well, I've used about half the time now. So 50 speed limit there. Don't need to turn or anything, it's just straight on. This is actually maybe coming onto a highway inside a mountain. This is really... Only in Norway, guys. Only in Norway. Will the tunnel end before we get onto the highway? Yeah, the tunnel is ending. Well then the... very small roundabout. Don't like that. Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought. We can make it through here. Easy. Stop with the blinkers. Stop indicating, you fool. Full throttle. Let's hear that Scania V8 roar. Messy in this game as it is in real life. There's no garbage thrown around like you would see in real life. All of this possibly full of old plastic bags and stuff. Let's see if we can make this thing go up here without hitting the inside barrier. All the way up to the outside barrier. Nobody from the left. Nobody from the right. And of course, now comes a truck. Nearly out of his way. White line. Not onto curves or anything drastic like that. Right turn in a roundabout is pretty easy. It's the ones here like going straight or left turns or 270 degrees turns that I really don't like. This is just go in here and you aim for the exit over here, and then when we get to that you get to start turning, and you make this as shallow as possible and go straight, turn left, and then the trailer just runs. rather smooth ride through. It really has to be a very, very tight roundabout for it not to make it when you do it like that. But like in racing, you know, there's the ideal line from the corner. There really is a certain specific line that you gotta take through those roundabouts to make it not clip the inside anywhere. Coming down on the toll booth. Means we're probably getting back on some highway pretty soon. Five to 7 in the evening. That one takes a picture. There we go. I can handle that. Why would they make this sort of bulb in the middle of that roundabout? And they know they could have big trucks coming through any roundabout anywhere. I don't really understand that choice. It was a weird choice of construction. Stockholm E18. Very nice. So now at least the road sign says something that we know is on our way. is nice about motorways or highways or freeways. It definitely takes you places. Because now you're really going fast, but usually the scenery is just so much more boring going on smaller roads. Wow, this goes downhill. sign? I think I did. Sorry about that. I was just trying to follow the outside line of the road. Now the sleeping conditions or sleeping situation is getting critical. Really need to find somewhere to stop and have a rest right now. There's a fueling stop coming up right up here. And now it's 50 kilometers per hour, so. Oh, wrong gear. That was supposed to be 7th, that's that. So, there we go. Right gear. Wrong job. Sleeping and refueling. Right, is there some supposed to go off here or no? It's further down here. So engine off, refuel. It's definitely summertime in here because in the winter it will never be this light at it's half past 10 in the evening. Now we need to take a nap over here. Quick rest, and then we move on. And I need to, again, stupid thing is I need to put off the trailer before I can sleep, but oh well. Attach the trailer back on, engine on, parking brake off, here we go. And as usual, I really can't see anything out that window. Yeah, car is coming. Let's just say I don't care. So, full tank of diesel again, fully rested, and we're on our way. I'm so much looking forward to going into Finland and trying some of those small roads in Finland, like it was in Iceland. Now, going through Sweden here, it's just pretty much like going through Central Europe. It's just flat land. There's not really too much to look at. by himself, is driving in the left lane. Why? Because this was coming up just a little bit early, buddy. Wasn't it? To make these 46 tons move again. Please show a little respect, people. The amount of energy. up into 12th gear. To take preemptive maneuvers here. These guys might not be going 90 for a while. Let's go back. Just as a precaution. Compare this landscape to what we left up in Iceland and tell me that Iceland wasn't just like 100 times more interesting to watch than this shit. I don't even know what I can say to speak this up and make it more interesting, because this is just... well, it's just boring. Plain and simple. I suppose it can't all be pretty and nice and big scenic views. God damn. What the? A light crossing in the middle of the fucking freeway. Only in Sweden. This intersection is really killing my frame rate. Inside lane again. This intersection is wreaking havoc on my frame rate. Let's hope we get away from that pretty quickly. supposed to go down near the harbor, and I can see actually a terminal right up ahead here, so it's not really very far. Not really very far at all. Guys know how to take the roundabout. Can we actually go out in traffic with them here, or do we have to go out in traffic? Ooh, we need to turn right. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I was not paying attention. I thought we meant to go straight over. So we're actually in the very, very right lane to do what we did, but I wasn't supposed to go straight. That was a bit of a situation. So left down here. This light crossing, and Stockholm is killing my piece. Please stop the indicating. Remember coming the opposite direction off the ferry here for some reason. It's coming the opposite direction, so let's use some space in the road here. Side of this do I need to be on? I need to be on. Can I go straight, or do I need to go right? I think I need to go right. And so tall, we need to go here. But this is a place you could actually take a rest. There's a trailer there with a race truck on it. Nice. All sorts of other stuff. Harvesting machines. A helicopter even. Now all that load there, all that freight there is actually movable objects, so that might be what's really killing the frame rate for some time. Kind of near. Obviously also all the houses up here to the right. And there's the huge Stena Line ferry that we need to get on board. Like last time on the ferry, we can just barely fit in here. And oh, turn off engine. Where we need to go is not over there, but over there. Turku. Let's go there. Nice picture from Rønne on Bornholm. So, turn on engine. No, no, not go back with the ferry. No. Stop that. Center view, please. Turn on engine. Throttle up. Release the parking brake and go. Oh, this is one of these. This has got an insane ramp here. That if I don't have enough speed with me out to this, the trailer might get stuck on top of it, but it didn't. I once had one of these low slung, it was one of these carriages that carry huge machines and stuff, and I just couldn't get off the ferry because it was just too low to the ground. I couldn't get off. Now, the question is, where are we supposed to go? Traffic at all. Right at the next light crossing. So we're in Finland. I cannot remember being here before. I sort of remember getting off that ferry, but that might have been a ferry from Poland to Stockholm, actually. I think this ferry that goes from Poland to Stockholm. There's only 400 kilometers left before we can deliver this load. That won't take too long. There's decent roads. We'll be there in no time. Have good roads in Finland, or is it just like you see in the World Rally Championship with dirt roads everywhere? I don't know. I've never been here for real life. I haven't even been here in the game, so. For now it looks good. We're also still like near the big town. Finland, I guess. Apparently Facebook got angry at the stream for magic content now. I've been streaming with this music, and it's actually it's free. It's free music. I've got all the rights that I need to play all this music, and I can even find the licenses. So Facebook, please adjust your freaking behavior. That kind of killed the Facebook stream. Now we're only live on Twitch and YouTube. Well. 10th scale or something like that of the real world. So a kilometer's warning is only about 100 meters warning. So you really have to keep your eyes up on the signs. Because suddenly the road just splits off and the lane you're in is just going somewhere else. is still blue and it's 2 a.m. in the morning. You can even see the skies are red out here. That has to be to the north then. Or northeast. Summer night in Finland. Nice summer night in Finland. No rain. No nothing to disturb us on our way through. Not really that many mountains and rocks and stuff like that in Finland, are there? Compared to like Iceland or Norway, it's all pretty flat. We've also been some pretty ridiculous places in this video, so it's been kind of insane. But I don't want to sleep anymore, rest anymore to make this trip easily. I need it. It's a roundabout coming up suddenly with a goddamn wall around it. Now why would you do something like that to a roundabout when I gotta come from here with my big old trailer? Snack or something? Go in and grab one. Oh, Ivy. Sorry about that, buddy. I'm actually getting pretty tired in real life here. It's very close to my bedtime. What's that behind these signs? The big triangle. Man. Oh. Auto parts store, big auto parts store, like IKEA auto parts. Only more rubbish. You have to be careful what you buy in Biltema. Really careful. Some things are good, some things are weird. Weird discount, low price. Sunglasses out very soon. That just barely clipped the curb on the inside. That was actually pretty nice. Pretty nicely done with the trailer there. That is majorly big, this trailer. Oh, roundabout that we gotta make nearly all the way around. Center here, so I can get it to drive over that. I need it to, because look at that, the rear wheel is on the trailer there clipping. Almost got to clip the inside. But we made it out. No problem. Didn't hit any cars, didn't even drive off the sort of the bankings in there that is kind of supposed to put your wheels on a big trailer long vehicle up on those inside curves and roundabout. Didn't need to use that. We are getting a lot of mail right now, probably from angry bankers because of our minus 36,000 euros. Well, only 100 kilometers to go and we're gonna pump 80,000 euros back the other way, so we're kind of out of that whole financial problem situation. So all in all, tonight, with our thanks, is that Loche? Thanks for the compliments on the setup, buddy. It's a compliment from Loche on YouTube. He says, nice setup. Oh. It's just supposed to go to 12 and then switch on control. So thanks for the compliment, dude. It's a Thrustmaster T500 wheel. Got my trusty old Logitech G25 hooked up, but I only used the kind of the switching thing from that. Then triple screens around here. Center screen is actually a little bit annoying. It's a bit bigger than the side screens, which causes this sort of it's kind of distortion when things go from one screen to the other right here in the middle section between them, but I can live with it. Normal games I play in windowed mode and then across all three monitors, like that would be racing games like R-Factor 2 or GTR 2 or something like that. Play that in windowed mode and then span that across with it's kind of a fake resolution that makes it stretch across all the screens. So I'm not really used to using this NVIDIA Surround, but Euro Truck Simulator 2 doesn't allow you to do these, to play it in windowed mode with these resolutions that's bigger than a resolution on one of your screens. So it won't let me do that windowed mode thing. So I have to use the NVIDIA Surround, and that makes... The center here is running a 1080p resolution on a screen that is natively actually 1200 pixels high instead of 1080. It stretches the view a bit. Makes things look a little bit higher than they actually are. Kilometers to go, and we need to keep left here because we're not going on that off ramp. We need to go straight. You can actually see the point that we're supposed to deliver this. Right down there on GPS just seconds ago. It's really great if you want to play games like that. Just set the FOV right, so you got kind of the right viewpoint here. It actually really makes it feel like you're in the actual truck, like you're really driving the big truck. Like coming up to a T section or something, you can actually lean forward, look to the sides, look down in front of you here. It's just well. Next level to this is kind of like virtual reality, buying one of those HTC Vive or what's the other one? The other one called? Don't remember now. The VR is definitely the next step beyond this. I would so love to play this game in VR because then you just be able to like look around inside the cab also, because there's like the whole cab in these trucks are actually pretty well modeled, so that would really make it a complete experience. We need to reverse a bit there because I can't see what those color those lights are. You just need to be able to see there when it screens. Parking brake on. Neutral. Parking brake off. First gear. Let's go. Right in here in this little town that we gotta deliver all this beef. Okay. This makes it, you know, just with the wheel and the shifter and all that stuff, it really makes it feel like, I know nowadays all trucks are fully automatic gears, or at least semi-automatic. You just flip a switch and it changes the gears like a race car or something like that. But in my youth, like, it's that 25 years ago, my dad used to be a long-distance truck driver, and I used to go with him to France every summer during the school holidays. France, Spain. So I traveled from Denmark here and traveled actually most of Western Europe with my dad. Holy crap, that's a bad place we need to park this, because I don't think I can move the truck far enough forward to actually make this. I need to park up on the sidewalk down here. Ooh. Well, let's see if we can make it still. Don't think I can get out of. Oh, stop that. Okay, we can actually make it. Parking brake, neutral, engine off, deliver the load. No, it's not. Iceland is not as a DLC. It's pro mods. Almost 80,000. Well, 77,000 euros. So that's the minus gone away right there. We got some damage. Yeah, I clipped a road sign or something. I clipped something. Can't remember what it was. So that was it. Leveled up also. Now for these streams, long distance is really good. So I want to go up one more right there, because that's just it's just interesting to do the really long 3,000 kilometer trips around in Europe. Now you can go back in the stream now and watch that Iceland bit. It's not actually that long, but it takes a while. There was a pretty interesting situation going up a hill there that I really couldn't make it in the first try, so I had to use the recovery thing and go back. But it's pro mods. You can just go ahead and Google pro mods and download that. It works with the current build, but I think, is it the 1.9 or something that's in beta right now? It doesn't work with that. Then I've got a list of other mods that makes it possible to do this tandem truck thing. If I hit if I hit drive now, and I think I should be able to reverse just a little bit here. Parking brake and into reverse. Turn. Nope. We have to like do a 1,000-point turn here to even get out of here ahead of the trailer. Can even make it. I might want to. Let's go ahead and see what's stopping us from jumping that little sidewalk down. Okay, if we go straight, we can make it up. Nope. Almost. See, that's the thing with this. With this modded game, it doesn't allow you for. It's not really prepared for these big kind of things that I've been dragging along here. So it's just not prepared. Oh, there we go. Got it. Let's just take this from the outside and watch where we're going. Let's not get down off of this again. Reverse. You can see the rear steer on the rear axle here is actually working with us right now. Now okay, we lifted the rear wheels, so not even as long as it could be right now. Could be much worse than this. You can end up in situations like this where you can't get away from it. You just have to use the recovery option to get out of it. We're out of it now. To find a repair shop in this city. repair shop. It's a repair shop right over here. I need to go left here at this intersection. No, we actually need to turn around and go back. Let's just do the whole loop. So we just go ahead straight. I drove 4,000 miles with not that big of any troubles with the trailer, just places where we couldn't really get around, where it clipped something and I can't remember what it was. And now we're in the town without a trailer and I start clipping the curbs. Well, knowing that I had to pay attention definitely made me drive more careful. Wow, she was maybe walking out into the sidewalk before she, or onto the road before she disappeared. Chemical plant. Oh, lights going red. Ah, stop. Now this is different. Also, many European towns they have this light. This is Norway, Scandinavian towns. They have the light indicator on the opposite side here, so you can actually park, or the line can actually be beyond the other posts here, so you can still see the light direction that you're going. So you can see when to start it. I've seen many places in Germany and France and other places where they don't have that. So you can, in a car, you can easily park at the stop line, and then you're going to have to lean all the way forward and look up at the light for it, even for you to see it. Oh, that's just annoyed me all of my life. Every time I see that, I get annoyed. Why not just have it like here? So you can park at the stoplight here by the lights. Whoa, you're insane, dude. Oh my god. That was very, very close to a fine for me. Easily make that. And not be as insane as the other guy that turned right in front of us. So now there's actually 40,000 on the bank account this time. And we can get the truck repaired. It cost us nearly 9,000 to repair that. Look at all, it had 9% wheel wear. I think it was a 7 or 9% wheel wear. That's pretty insane actually. And the noise that you just heard starting now is the cooling for the engine in my wheel here, which isn't actually even that hot, so I don't really think it needed that cooling, but well. Let's look at the possible upgrades. Biggest cab. Now, there are options in here to go to something that has more pull. So that's a 6x4. It should still be called Tandem, because if I change it to something that's not Tandem, it just ruins everything. 6x2, 4 Tandem. So what the? 6x2, 6x4 Tandem. So that will make it pull on both rear wheels. Now that would have been really awesome. um, in like the Iceland stuff. 6x4 tandem tag lift, that's really good, so you can lift the rear axle still. Eight by 4 that would cost us 93,000 to change that. Oh, it's so expensive to change these tandem trucks. But this with the 6x4 tag lift, this was the one that we should have had while doing the Iceland excursions. Definitely. Well, that can't be changed right now. Let's actually leave this. You want to annul these? Yes, I do. Sorry, that's in Danish. Let's go back and look at the upgrades again. Engines. I have now. Right now, I'm running a 420. That's actually a lot less horsepower than I thought I had. I could actually go all the way up to the Euro 5 V8 with 500 horsepower. That would be really nice. That's an increase of 80 horsepower. And I think it's an entire Euro class above the one that I'm running now, isn't it? No, it's same Euro class. For fuel economy to get even better, we need the Euro 6 engine, but that is 440 horsepower. And there's a Euro 6 with 480. This has way the best economy, and it has way more horsepower than the 420 that I got now. 2500 Newton meters, and this has 2100. I think we should put that in the basket to be bought. 12 gear plus retarder. Gear relations 11 something to 1. That we could actually go for this one, which would really give us a lower first gear and a lower 12th gear, and that would actually be running pretty nice with the setup that we've got now. Cabin updates, different updates for around the truck. This one, if there's any way we can have extra fuel tanks on this one, we should have it. So we went with the whole cooler thing here. That's what we got now. What else is there? We got a tank. Big old. So there is no way we can change that, and it doesn't say on these how much. We should open this. It doesn't say here. How much fuel we've got. How we know then? How do we know then how much fuel we got? That would make it really good at heavy goods and maneuvering mountains, uneven terrain. So 480 engine and a new gearbox is what we're going with this time. Not really changing the looks of the truck, but all repaired. Still got 14,000 on the book. C1, 2, 5, C1, 1, 2, 5, 8, 11. So what do we got here? 11, 12 up here. 8, 10. So where's 9? 5, 7, 4, 2, 1, C1, 2. And just the last one here doesn't have anything. I don't get the layout of this gearbox, but let's see how it drives. Park over here and have a sleep, and that's it for tonight. That'll be it for this stream. Hope you enjoyed, people, because now we're going off to bed, and I'm going off to bed, and everyone else should be going off to bed, at least if you're in Europe, because it's 3 minutes to midnight and it's way past your bedtime. Goodbye, people. See you in the next one. Like, subscribe. A lot of people already did. See ya.